Hello crafty friends, welcome to day 8 of Die Cut December. Today we're going to make some congratulations cards using these dies, and I'm going to be following this sketch. I've also got a stack of white paper scraps that I'm going to dig into to do my die cutting. Some of the techniques that I use today I explain in more detail in yesterday's video, 10 ways to stretch your dies, so do check that out if you'd like to see more detail. So for this first card, I've used this congrats die to die cut lots of congratses out of white paper scraps. And I'm going to have these here like this, stuck down to the card panel. So it looks almost as if I've dry embossed it with an embossing folder. And then I'm going to do some DIY chipboard. I've got 3 of these. I'm going to layer one on top of the other. But I'm going to colour this first so that I have a bright, colourful congrats that's going to be the focal point and stand out from all those white ones. So I'll do the colouring on this first. We'll have a little bit of a rainbow. I'll use my finger daubers. I won't re-ink them. I'll just add some colour. For colours, I think this was Festive Berries, Spice Marmalade, Squeezed Lemonade. That might be Pine Needles or Lucky Clover, Salty Ocean, Faded Jeans, Wilted Violet. And to give this particular die cut even more prominence, I'm going to cover it in clear packing tape before a die cut, and that will give it a glossy finish. Get my die cut lined up on there where I want it, so that I capture a little bit of the red at either end. I think that'll do. And hold it in place with some washi. So that looks like it's cut through well. So I'm really pleased with that. I do love a rainbow. To create my chipboard, I'm going to stick everything together using high-tack PVA and my dedicated glue dauber. So I'll daub on the front of this white die cut, add this one on top. Because I'm using a liquid glue, I've got a little bit of wiggle time to get this lined up perfectly, and I can use my tweezers to knock it together. And now I'll do that with the other 2, and I'll end up with a bit of DIY chipboard that is 4 die cuts deep. Because I've covered this in clear packing tape, I can wipe off any glue and not worry about smudging my ink. Before I stick anything down to my card, I want to put my panel on my card blank. I want to put my colourful congrats a third of the way down the card. So down the card, not just the card panel. And that is roughly a third of the way down the card. And I've chosen a third because the human eye loves things that sit on the thirds. Because this is my focal bit, I want to place it first, and then everything else can fit around it. You could put this bang in the middle that way if you wanted. I like things offset slightly a lot of the time, and if you wanted to keep it really clean and simple, you could leave it at that. But I'm going to add these . So that's those 2, and I'm going to get 1, 2, I might have to cut another one because I think, yeah, I'll cut another one. So I've got 1 more down there. And there we go, that's this card done. I'm very pleased with that. I like the rainbow glossy congrats on that third line and all the other white congrats acting a bit like faux embossing. There's not much white space, I've only got this little bit here, and you need, I guess, a minimum of about a third of your card to be empty white space. Doesn't have to be white, just has to be empty for it to count as a clean and simple card. So if you've got this die or something similar and you want to recreate it and keep it clean and simple, you could just go for a larger card blank, maybe a 5x7, which would give you a little bit more white space. Alternatively, you don't have to fill up the whole of this column with congrats. You could do 2 above and 2 below and leave this bit empty as well, and that would probably give you a clean and simple card, but it's pretty simple. Right, I'm going to toddle off now and make a few more congratulations cards with my other congratulations word dies, and I will come back to you in a minute and show you how they turned out. Right, I'm back and I have 4 more cards for you. This one was inspired by the sketch, and I used some leftover bits of the rainbow paper and die cut out this proud of you, which I put over here, again a third of the way down. But instead of filling the whole card with white proud of yous, I just used 2 above and 2 below. So everything's clustered around this point here, and I've got lots of empty white space. I also decided to stagger the proud of yous because I just felt that added a little bit of extra interest. That's very clean and very simple. For this card, I used this skinny script font congratulations die, and I die cut out of some bluey purple ink blended paper, and I stuck it onto a dry embossed panel that I made in yesterday's video using a die. So if you want to see how I did that, then check out yesterday's video, day 7 of Die Cut December, 10 ways to stretch your dies. So I've got all these embossed flowers, and I decided to give them white flower centres using white Nouveau drops, just to bring in a bit of dimension, a bit of gloss and a bit of something different. So this probably doesn't count as a clean card because there's literally no white space. There's just a tiny little border here, but it's definitely simple. A bit of dry embossing, die cutting and Nouveau dropping. This is another card I started making in yesterday's video. I made the balloon, stuck it on a card blank, and I used this yay, 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 yay confetti die to cut out 4 white yays, and then I stacked, I think, 3 of them, one on top of the other, and put it in the middle of the balloon. So again, yay is a kind of celebration, congratulations, and it just makes a kind of understated congratulations card, but there's lots of dimension. I don't know if you can see that. The balloon is lifted up, and then we've got a lovely thick DIY chipboard yay on top. Could have done it in gold, that might have added a bit of shimmer and shine to it. And for my last card, I used this congratulations script font word die. It's slightly thicker than the other one, so it gives a bit of a chunkier sentiment. So I die cut that from gold, and then I blended more rainbow ink colours on a piece of card and die cut out the shadow, stuck that on the shadow and put it bang in the middle of the card. I then used this cover plate die to die cut out lots of different size circles, and I glued them in a explosion of circles going from the bottom left to the top right, and I tuck some in underneath the word. I could add some crystal glaze or glossy accents to these to make them into DIY enamel dots, but I'm kind of tempted to leave them as they are. I rather like the faux embossed look of the background. And there you go, 5 congratulations cards. I do hope you've enjoyed today's video and it's given you plenty of ideas that you can use in your own card making. If it has, please do let me know in the comments, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for day 9 of Die Cut December. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.